Hello, is anybody there? I'm by myself today. I'm just gonna check if it's showing up on my Facebook feed. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go to my computer. So let me just check. Okay. Hi, Di. I'm by myself today. So I'm gonna see if I can wing it. As you know, Dali has been here with me for the last 5 months. Hi, Raj. I can see her in the camera. She's peeking in. So everybody say hi to Raj. She just came to probably wish me good luck. She knows that I'm by myself here. I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to actually try doing it off my phone. I don't know if it's going to work or how good it's going to be, but we are going to try. Looks like, yes, Di, looks like we are by ourselves. I think we've got 4 people. I don't think I'm too early. But thank you for being here. I need the support today. As I was mentioning, I've had Dali here with me for the last 5 months, and we've done a Facebook Live together every single Tuesday. So yeah, it might be a little bit tough today, but let me get the camera set up, and we will start from there. Say hi if you're here. Let me know. Hi, Gloria. How are you? I've got my set it up on the TV over here too, so I can kind of see your comments, because I don't have Dali doing my comments today. So give me a second. I am hi Thelma, how are you doing? Hi Dali, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Dali, I was just saying I'm really nervous. I've had you here for the last 5 months, every Tuesday Facebook Live, and now all of a sudden I'm by myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn on my camera towards what... hi, Dali, I miss you too. Very much so this morning. I'm going to turn my phone around and see if I can't capture from above what I'm going to try and do. So I really appreciate you guys being my guinea pigs this morning. So, oh, Dali can help with the comments. Yay. So let me turn this around anyway, because I need to get this off my face, because then you can see how nervous I am. So give me a minute. If you don't like fast movements, maybe close your eyes for a split second until I can get this set up. I'm hoping it's going to be relatively easy. Hi, Jilly. I've not done this before on my phone alive, so let's give it a shot, shall we? Okay, give me 1 second. How's that looking? Does that look good? Can you guys see? Is there enough light? Somebody say something. Is that good? Can you see? Is that better? Oh, yes, we can see now. Okay, looking good. A little bit closer, says Dali. Okay, I will get used to this. Is that better, Dali? Perfect. Thank you, Di. Thank you. So, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Antonis. He has been designing the papers for Stamperia. And so this is actually inspired by him. He does it in a workshop for his flyaway class, and I was lucky enough to watch him demo, and I've taken his classes, and I just love everything he does. So today we're going to be playing with Pentart Alcohol Ink. So I'm just going to show you what this looks like. It's just using 3 different colors. I love the effect that it gives without having to do too much texture on it. Okay, thank you, Gloria. And then before I get this started, I also wanted to say, well, a big thank you to Dali for being here. This is a lot harder by myself, and I'm sure I'll get better and better at it. But what I did want to talk about quickly was the Christmas card kits that we did. Dali did, I didn't do, sold out in 24 hours, and thank you everybody for that. I've been getting a lot of requests, where are Dali's other card kits? So I wasn't going to put these up until next week, but I will put these up today. It's Shabby Garden Kit 1 and Shabby Garden Kit 2. So I'm just going to go through each of the kits and try not to mess them up, because Dali's got them all set up for me, ready to go. So let's start with this one here. So I've got to put them the right way around first. Okay, so here's one. How gorgeous is that? It's got a little pocket here. So I'm not sure if this is Shabby Garden Kit 1 or 2. When I post it, I will let you know. So there's one. So absolutely gorgeous. I anticipate these selling out right away today again. They're just absolutely, the detail in these is absolutely amazing. And hopefully for everybody not here, Dali will be making some in England. Is my favorite. It's so gorgeous. These cards are universal. They can be used for anything, for a new home, moving, anything. So this is still kit number 1 or 2. These are all the cards that still belong to it. And look at all the little detail, the diamantes and everything on there. Just absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me. Oh, I love this. I'm going to just say I love them all. Again, all the die cuts and everything is always done for you. And then we have this one, which I absolutely love. And it opens up like this. And it's got a little peg. Oh, I should have glued that down. It has a little peg on there, on the flower. And that goes there. So you have this beautiful card too. I could have probably cleaned up my background to show you guys. So that is one of the kits. And again, they're $24.99. But I was speaking with Dali yesterday, and she says if we want to do the 2 kits again, then it's $10 off. So this is kit number 2. Whoops, the right way around. How gorgeous is that? So much detail, and everything's cut and ready to go as always. Just love all the little embellishments. Britt, if you're here, you'll recognize this little love heart. You got me that from a set of those from Austria. I nearly forgot where you were from Austria. I was going to say Australia. Thanks, Britt. They came in handy. Another one. And there is a video tutorial that goes with this, step by step, to help you. Oh, thank you, Dali. Yes, there's a step-by-step video tutorial that helps you put these all together. But really, everything is already said and done for you. You know, and I just don't say this, don't wait. Because they do sell out. They sell out really quick. It's such a great price for 6 cards. Now, if I can get some more envelopes, I'll put some envelopes with these within that price point. And then you have this one. So there's no, like you can see, ribbon on there. Everything's been cut and ready to go with the video tutorial. So these are Shabby Garden 1 and Shabby Garden 2. Okay, now let's get to the main feature of this project today. So how did I go about creating this? Now, I've first started with using the Pentart Primer Paste, maybe I'll hold that the right way, Pentart Primer Paste Gesso by Pentart. And what you want to do, I'm just going to put this aside, is you want to get a tag. At this point, it doesn't really matter what color your tag is because you're going to cover it. And then what you're going to do is you are going to be coming in, thank you Dali, you are going to be coming in and you are going to be primering this all white. Okay, so let me just get my primer paste open here. And so let's go ahead and do this. At home, take your time. So give it some good coverage. Now, once you're done your first layer, what you want to do is, because it looks kind of botchy, what you want to do is you want a smooth finish on this. So what you're going to do is you are just going to come in and you're going to spritz some water on that and you're going to smooth this out like this. So you want to have a nice smooth finish on this because you're going to be stamping on this and we're going to be doing some stenciling on this. So come in and give it a nice smooth finish. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a second layer just to make it a little bit more whiter so that our stamping actually stands out on it. And that little bit of water that we spritz has helped us to smooth this out. Okay, so once you have done that bit, what you want to do is you want to come in and dry that because we are going to be stamping on this. Hi Radhavan. Now when Antonis does this, he makes it look so easy. And but like I said, he's a master at what he does. So once you've got that dry, as you can see, there's not like a super lot of coverage. I could come in again and I could actually make it a bit wider, and that's exactly what I'm going to do because for me, I don't want it to look so brown underneath. So I'm going to come in again and just give it one more layer. Now, if you start off with a white tag, obviously it's different. And this is just a cardboard tag that I have. The Pentart primer will obviously waterproof it, so you don't have to worry too much about it. And that's why I'm able to spritz water on this without this penetrating the cardboard. So now I'm liking a little bit better. I like the fact that it's a little bit wider. But you don't have to worry too much because we're actually going to be repeating this process a little bit even after the stamping. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to come in and dry that again. Hi, Cassia. Hi, Becky. Hi, Gail. Okay, so once this is dry, and it feels dry, what we're going to do is we are going to bring some, I don't know if it's called Stazon, Stazon. I think Anthony says Stazon, so I'll stick with Stazon. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be randomly stamping this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go for an effect this way. So I'm going to show you what I like about Antonis' stamps is that you don't have to put them on a block, and they're quite bendy, so you can actually stamp wherever you want them. Hi, Janice. So you can stamp them wherever you want them. So I'm just going to come in and stamp. And I'm going to put him in this upper right corner because I like him there. And you're just going to lift off. Now, I could go in a lot darker, but we are going in for a distress type look. So I'm just going to carry this one right through here. Okay, and there you have that. I'm just going to clean off my stamp here. And we are actually done with the stamp, but we are not done with the stays on yet. We're going to dry this, although it dries relatively fast, because we're going to go over it with water and primer. We're going to go ahead and dry. Hi Janice, miss you too. And I'm not even coming to Winnipeg, I don't think, this year due to COVID. Hi Shirley. Okay, so there we have it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go back in with the primer, because we don't want this so protruding out of the tag, if that's the right word. We kind of want it to look like this. Do you see him there? We want it to kind of look like this, a very distressed look. Stamperia has the most amazing high definition stamps. I cannot even tell you how many I have in stock, but they're high definition, so they give a really good look. I actually have a lot of people that do pottery that like to buy these stamps because of the high definition of them. So if you're looking for stamps, then I have lots, as does Dali. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over him and the rest of your stamping. And like I said earlier, you're going to come in with more white. So if your tag isn't too white to begin with, not to worry about it. Now, once you've done that, as you can see, it looks streaky. So again, we're going to use the same trick. We're just going to come in, spritz some water, and we're going to smooth it out, just like this. Because we want the alcohol ink to flow. We don't want it to get caught up in any areas where it's not so smooth. Not that it would matter in mixed media. We're going to dry that. So for me, he's still a little bit, the stamping, I keep calling him, is still a little bit too much out there for me. I still want to give it more of a distressed look. So you can leave it as it is, or you can come back in and you can just do exactly what we just finished doing. Now, don't be too afraid that you're covering it all, because what will happen is once you come in with the spritzer, it will actually bring the image back up again, because you'll have thinned out the primer that we're putting on. So again, come in with your spritzer, spritz some water on it, and just smooth it out. And as much as you can't see his image, it will pop up, I promise you, once I dry it. And if it doesn't, well, I don't know then. But there he is, he's very faded like a ghost, just how we want him. So as he's drying, you can see he's coming back to life in the background. And that's just a gorgeous ghosting kind of technique that I love that Antonis does. Okay, so once that is dry, we are actually done with the primer for now. But once that is dry, we are now going to come in and we're going to stencil. So I have my stencil here, and you can use any stencil you want. And what we're going to be using today to stencil is, again, this Stays On and some gel paste. Now, I just put it on a dauber. Hi Rashmi. I just put it on a dauber here, and go ahead. So I'll try and stick to what I did with the last one. You can make this as dark as you want or as light as you want. I have it quite dark in my sample. I might pull back a little bit to do this one. So just put it wherever you want it. But my Stays On ink pad is new, so I think it comes out quite dark. So take your time is what I was going for. And you can use any stencil. I'm using Stamperia stencil here. And then you have this, and then you've got Take Your Time there. And I may come in and do a little bit here at the bottom. Oh, I wonder if you can see that. Sorry, I think I moved my work. So I'm going to just come in and do a little bit here in the corner. See, not a lot, just enough to give it some different variation. So this is what I have so far, and I think I will leave it. Oh, maybe I'll do a little bit of a chain coming from here to go across like this. Okay, so there you have it. So that's my stenciling done. That's it. Now I keep my Stays On in its own packet because I'm so afraid it's going to get on everything else. Now, you want to give that a tiny little blast of hot air or heat gun. Now, in order to keep the integrity of the stamp, because that is, I believe, solvent ink. Alcohol inks are also solvent based. So what we're going to do, so that we don't destroy what we've done, is we're going to come in with, it's called gel paste. Thanks, Cassia. We're going to come in with gel paste. It's transparent, and this has a shiny finish. And we are just gonna go back over what we just did with the gel paste to keep the integrity of what we've just stamped. So I'll just move that up here so you can see. Now you don't have to go over all of it. You don't have to do every little single part. That's up to you. I like to do it somewhere where there's none of the stamping because it just gives it a really nice look. And we're just going to wing it here because we don't want to be here all day waiting for this to dry. I like to let gel paste dry on its own. I don't like to take the heat gun to it because you can kind of cook it, albeit all Pentart products are made to use with heat. So I'm not too fussed at this time if I get it anywhere, because it will just enhance your look. So I could even go over your there. That's not going to bother me. And it's going to look blue at first, but it will go black. And then let's come in and finish off with this little piece here. So sorry if the angle is a little bit hard there. We're just going to come in and do this piece here. And a little bit extra. And I think I might, well, let me clean this first, and then I think I might. I might just come in on this side and do just a little bit on his head there because I want to. Just because I like this look of it kind of going down this way. Okay, so that's it for the gel paste. I'm not going to do anything more with the gel paste. So we can put that away. So now we have our base done for our tag. But easy peasy. So like I said, I don't like to dry this, but I will give it a bit of a blast because I'm going to just show you how, yes, you could brush the paste over the entire tag, Cassia. You could brush it over the entire tag. And it would definitely give you a different look, and it would actually be really neat because again you would keep the integrity of what's under there, including him. But as you will see, where I've stamped him, I tend to keep the ink away from him. But yes, and a great question. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to see if you can see close up the shininess of where the gel paste is. I don't know if you can see it. Where it's not dry, it will look slightly blue. But maybe at the top here, you can see on his face the little triangles. I don't know, a little bit. There you go. So I have let the one that I'm going to be doing the alcohol inks on dry overnight. I actually did it over at my girlfriend's house the other day, laid it out and everything. Now, the next thing is I've really been learning from Dali about not overthinking it. So I really am not going to overthink it. I haven't really thought about it. I knew I was going to do it for a demo. I'm going to quickly show you how far I've come. I don't spend hours putting something together no more. Well, I didn't for this tag anyway. So all I'm going to do, I've got bits and bobs all here. I've got all kinds of goodies here, metal embellishments. I've got my little metal embellishment little case here full of things and goodies. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. You just build up your composition. You just find stuff, as Dali says, just find anything and everything and just build up your composition. So let's just build up our composition then. So I'm just going to build it up. There's no right or wrong way of how we build this up. You're just going to do it. You're just going to go for it. And don't worry if you're covering what you've done. That will be fine. Bring out some funky shapes. If you have some, these are just leftover little pieces of chipboard that I have. As you can see, I'm trying to keep this area kind of out of the way of everything. See, already done. My base is already coming along. Dali, you will be proud of me. Now, I have these. Hi, Peggy. I have these. They're in a different color, and I like that because this color gives me contrast. So I'm going to pull out a few of these to use. Not too many, just a few. Oh, little baby one. And let's see what else we've got. I need a focal point, so maybe I'll go for a flower this time because I've used butterflies on the other one. Maybe let's put the butterfly on here. Let's put that there. So proud of myself. I've got a big box of wooden stuff, so let's play with that. I've got some numbers. Let's play with those. Just picking random numbers here. But 18 is good because it's like my birthday on the 18th. Got some this. Got some keys. What else do I got? I got bunches of gears and stuff. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna keep on building up. I'm just laughing at myself because this is so not me. So then what you want to do is you start wanting to come in and you just want to start building up of how you want your tag to look. Now there's no right or wrong way of doing this. You're just trying to build this up. And you're just going to keep on going until you are happy with this. Now the key is to just tuck in stuff inside. So like I said, I wanted to really bring in some of this little blue here. I'm not going to be gluing this down. I'm going to do this in a 3. And just keep building. And you're just going to keep building. And you're just going to keep going. I don't like that there. Maybe I will bring a bigger one. Put this on there. Too low, too low. So what about we do this, bring this over here, bring this down to here, and bring that into there. So let me grab something else that I can use. A little metal gear here. Anyway, you get the idea and you're just going to keep going, but that's going to be my focal point right there. And then you can start coming in and filling in some areas. But really, it's really not, I don't know, now I'm finding it like I quite enjoy putting this composition together, and I can't believe, you know, I'm doing this. Thank you, Dali. I should have more confidence in myself. So basically, you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. So my pattern is going all the way down here. Okay, now, honestly, that was the hardest part I thought I was going to have, but I think I survived. Okay, so once you have your composition together, and obviously I can do more to that, but I like the little empty areas, and you can continue building this up higher and higher if you want. For instance, you know, I think this little bit right here, because it is my focal point, I would want that even higher. and maybe tuck that under there. Make that even higher, because this really is my focal point. And these are Pentart, and they're just so bendable and so great to use with. I would probably come in and look at the height on that. Come in there, and I could probably even take another Pentart metal flower and just sit that in the middle like this, and then just drop in something like that. So there you have it. So in my mind, I've built up my composition. In my mind, you guys can laugh, but in my mind, it's built up. Okay, so I'm just going to put away my embellishments here. And the next thing that you want to do once you actually have this all done. Thanks, Gloria. Hi, Judy. Thank you, Dali. The next thing that you want to do is you want to come in and you want to put some white primer on the areas where you have the chipboard. Okay, so when I glue this down, I'm going to be very honest with you, not a very big fan of the glue gun because it can be a little bit goopy. When I have time, I don't use the glue gun. What I use is called heavy body gel. And the reason I use heavy body gel, albeit that I do like to dry it naturally, is because once it's on, it is on. It is like cement. Two, because it's a creamy consistency, you can go around and you can clean up with a tiny detail brush anywhere where it seeps out, so you don't have this globby mess. So it's very smooth. I'll show you on my tag what I mean. If this was done with a glue gun, you would be able to see the glue gun dots and everything, and the glue gun dots, or wherever you put your glue gun down, the color does not take to it. It always kind of stays translucent. So the next step would be, I just take like a little baby toothpick, cocktail stick, if you will, and all you're going to do is you're just going to grab a little bit. You just need a very, I've had this pot forever. You just need a very, very little bit. And all you're basically doing is you're just putting in a couple of spots like this, and you're going to put it down. Now, if it seeps out, then again, you can wipe it away with a baby wipe while it is still wet. Okay, now, because like I said, heavy body gel, you want to really let it dry a couple of hours at a minimum. I'm not going to do that because that you don't want to watch me sit here and glue and then try to dry this. So we're going to move this one away. And I already had one that I did at my friend's house, like I said the other day, and this is it. Thanks, Gloria. This is it right here. Now, as you can see on this one, this is a bigger tag. It's not as small as the other one. So that one was kind of tiny. This one is bigger. I've done the take your time up here. I've got some gel gloss on it, and I've got it down here too. Did I glue from bottom up, Gloria? I'll tell you how I do it. I take my top, I lay it all out, and this is just how I do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. What I do is, once I've laid it out, I actually pick up my top piece, glue it to the next piece, pick that piece up, glue it to the bottom piece, and then glue the whole thing down, if that makes sense. It's easier for me to do that. So basically, these would have gone first, right down to the bottom. But you could also take a picture of it and remove everything and go bottom up. That was just how I did it. Now, you can see the blue cogs that I've got there, but I also went over in the white gesso over the chipboard pieces. And you want to go over with white gesso simply because you want to see the vibrancy of the, you're welcome, Gloria, the alcohol inks. You want to see the vibrancy of that. But I also decided that for this one, I wanted to do a little bit of rust effect because I really wanted more contrast. I mean, I love this tag that I did, don't get me wrong. but I wanted more of a rusty browny color to it. So as you can see, did my key there, rust affected my key. Some of the elements, not all of it, you still see some white that's been gessoed at the bottom. And I've left some of the metal embellishments, the color that they were. So there you have it. So now that when your tag is dry, mine has been now dry at least 48 hours. But I did the rust effect this morning before I did the Facebook Live because I just wanted to add some more color. So now this is where the fun part comes in. What you want to do is you want to grab your alcohol inks. Yes, Cassia, that's a brilliant, brilliant point. With the glue gun, once you've stuck your elements down, your elements are down. And then you have to pull them apart, and it can be quite the process. With the gel, heavy body gel, what it means is, because it even brushes on like a paste opposed to a glob, you can actually move your elements around. So I could have probably for a couple of hours come back to this after I glued everything down and moved things around. But once they're down, I'm telling you, they are down. I'm holding this right by the tip of this, the whole heavy tag, but it won't come off. So yeah, heavy body gel is definitely the way to go. Thanks for that, Cassia. Now you can use whatever aqua spray you want to. I was going to go with a turquoise color, but I've decided to go with my favorite color, which is called Water Green by Stamperia. And the first thing that you want to do is you just want to bring in a little bit of color. So you just want to just randomly spray some down like this. And you just bring it in color. And where you don't want the color, this does dry permanently. So where you don't want the color, make sure you pick it up right away. So I don't really want it on these elements at this point. Okay, and then you just tap it around and just move it around a little bit just to bring up the color here. Now you can omit this part if you don't want to do it, but it just starts giving it already that blue kind of hue around everywhere. You can probably see that where I have it. Okay, and you can go in with a darker blue if you want to. Now the fun part. So I better get some paper towels here. You can also see where the heavy body gel is, that the color hasn't taken to it, and that's the beauty of it because you leave those spots as they are. So I'm going to bring that down. So what I did for my tag was I used, let me see if I can find it now. I used olive. And I love the Pentart Alcohol Media Inks because when you use them with water, they give this an amazing effect. Like if you can see it in that corner, do you see that? That's with the water interacting. So it brings on all this amazing texture that, you know, I mean, I have other inks too. I'm not going to mention names, but I just like to work with these. So the first thing that I did was, and you need water for this step, and you want to dry as you go along. Okay, so you want to dry as you go along. And you're just basically, you're just going to come in and you're just going to start dropping ink where you want it, just like that. And you're just going to drop it everywhere and anywhere that you would like to see it. Okay. And then you're going to come in with your gun, not your gun, your spritzer, and you're going to start spritzing on it. And you're just going to move it around. Okay. Now, if there's anywhere where you don't want it, just go in and pick it up. Okay, just go in and pick it up anywhere where you don't want that color to be. Okay, now let me show you, even before I dry it, the texture that you're already getting. Thank you, Cassia. Look at that texture you're already getting, and that's even before I dried it. And the take your time has not smudged because we put the gel paste on it. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and dry that. Drying is really important between each step because, as we all know, alcohol inks can get very muddy. Okay, so we have our first layer down, and the next color that I'm going to come in with is called mustard. I love this color because it's such a gorgeous mustardy yellow. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to bring it into different areas, and mustard really gives it that, if you will, I think I'm running out of my mustard here. It gives it that really rust effect look that I love. And as you can see, I'm just going over anywhere and everywhere that I want to. And just look how gorgeous that's already looking. And just move it around. And again, if you don't want it to go anywhere, just pick it up. I want a little bit to come into this side, but just pick it up. And you've got this gorgeous rusty looking tag already. So that's just 2 colors. So I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so we're going to dry that. Now, when you're at home doing this, take your time. Don't go as super fast as I'm going. Just take your time. And let's see, what other colors should we bring in? I can't remember what colors I used on my other tag. That's a problem. Let's do a turquoise blue. I've always liked blue. So again, you're just going to come in and you're just going to put it down in different random areas of where you would like it. There's no rhyme or reason. And I do like the turquoise because it's going to help bring out some of the elements that I had in there. Yeah, I've gone all over the place with my blue. I'm just gonna spritz that down a little bit. I'm not sure I like that little corner. Oh no, it's turning out really good. I'm gonna pick up some extra here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dry this. And I know right now it's looking very dingy and black, but we're going to come in with primer and clean that up. Thanks, Cassia. I do like these colors. I think they really lend themselves really well to the rust effect that we're trying to go here. And of course, you can use any colors that you want. Thanks, Dali. First color was olive. Second color was mustard. Third color was turquoise blue. Ouch. Note to self, don't put your finger on a hot element. Okay, last color that I'm gonna come in with, don't judge me by the looks of my bottle, is the brown. And what we're gonna do with the brown is, like I said, if you're at home, take your time when you're doing this. Don't rush this. Make sure you're putting your colors where you want them. I was thinking I need to put some more yellow in there. So with the brown, what you basically want to do, you're not doing much with the brown. You're just coming in to create more of a shadow effect around your elements. That's all you're doing, just a shadow effect. Like you would with any project that you're doing if you want to have that look. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and hold it up. But you're starting to get that shadow effect around your work. So you just want to bring that in around the areas. And just create that shadow. And you do that all around your work. And there's no right or wrong way of doing this. But now you will have a shadow effect around your work. I'm not going to put water on that because I need that to stay quite dark. Now what you want to do at home is make sure you got it dry because you've had a lot of water spritz on that, and if you didn't have gesso down anywhere. But here's what I talk about, the heavy body gel. See that? All that water I've put on, I can still hold it there with that one little tag and nothing will happen to it. That's how strong it is. Okay, so I kind of left this side this way because I really did want that side to kind of have its own area. I might come in and do some yellow later, the mustard, but for now I'm not going to do that. Now my butterfly, I don't know, my butterfly, I kind of want to give it some color, so I'm just coming in with a little bit of hawthorn here because I just want to see it pop. This was just an afterthought because it's kind of just sitting there and I didn't get any color on it, so I'm just coming in with a little bit of hawthorn. And I just want to give it some color there, because now I feel like it pops. Okay, I can't stress enough, for this next step, you really need to let this dry because the effect is not going to be so great if it's not dry. But basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming in and doing some dry brushing. So we're going to go back and we're going to use the Pentart primer. And basically now what you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to start highlighting your tag, okay? Now, the best way to dry brush is start off with a dry brush. And I like these brushes because I got quite a bit of my brush is not dry. Let me grab another one. Okay, I have another dry one. If anybody needs brushes, every brushes that we use, all the brushes Dali and I use, we have copious amounts of them because everybody needs brushes. So we carry a huge range of stamp period brushes and other brushes. So if you ever need brushes, let us know. Okay, so first thing is a dry brush. Second thing is you want to have a paper towel, okay? So you want to bring some in for your dry brushing and then just put some down. So, and you're doing this so it works itself up the bristles, okay? And then you want to wipe off. And then all you're going to do, you have to really take your time when doing this. Don't rush it, but you're just going to skim over the top. And you're just going to keep working at it. Like I said, don't rush this step because you just want to very gently just start skimming. And then once you do that, you will notice your project actually having some definition. So you want to bring some of that white back into here. So I'm just going to do some little areas. And then what I will do when I'm done, I will post it. So take your time and keep coming in. And you just want to give it some highlighting. And once I've done it here, I will show you the difference between the dark area where I've done no highlighting and the area where I have. So I won't keep you guys all with my dry brushing, but if I can show you kind of what it looks like where I have done it, opposed to where I haven't. And if you put on too much, don't worry, come in with your alcohol ink. So I'm going to show you where the dry brushing is. You can see it in this area right here. Hi Christina, you can see the dry brushing that's right here in this corner. And this is where the dry brushing hasn't been done. Now, if you get too much of the Pentart gesso when you're dry brushing, don't fret. Come in with your Pentart Rest Effect kit again and go over where you went. Or come in with your Pentart Media inks and go back and put some color back in, okay? But this kind of gives you the gist of what dry brushing actually is. But again, it's a very, it's a technique that you want to take your time with because you don't want to get rid of too much color. But like I said, if you do, not to worry because you can come back in. And all you're doing is you're just dry brushing the top areas. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, and I'll do a little bit more here. So I'm just going to let you know the Pentart colors we use. We first put down olive, then we put down mustard, then we put down turquoise green, and then I came with the brown ink. And then for the butterfly, which is a metal embellishment also from Pentart, actually, these are from Pentart too. So the numbers are from Pentart too. So this tag is all Pentart. We're gonna, oh, and this gorgeous key there. I'm just gonna dry brush my butterfly. And what I'll do is I'll just do one side to show you the difference that it makes. But take your time, like even for me, I'm going too fast, but take your time. And this will really just make your project pop. So there's still quite a bit of dry brushing that I need to do and bring some colors out. So if I don't know if you can see on the butterfly, you can see where the dry brushing is and where it's not dry brushed. So where the dry brushing is not, you can see, thank you Judy, where the dry brushing is not, you can see it's quite bright and it's quite flat. But once you bring in the dry brushing, hi our angel, once you bring in the dry brushing, it really enhances the look of what you're doing. So to finish it off, obviously I've still got some dry brushing to do. To finish this off, what I did was I just took a Distress Oxide vintage photo. I don't know where my dauber is, so that's okay because we can just wing it without a dauber. And what I did was I just kind of wanted to bring in some vintage looking color. And I can actually show you, remember I used the Pentart gel gloss, and I said it's a really nice effect if you don't want to get it covered. So if I can actually probably just show you is that the gel is right here. If I go over it, see that gorgeous brown effect you get on that gel? It's just a gorgeous gel. And then I've got some down here. So let's put some down here. And you can actually see the 3D effect of that gel. And it's translucent. But there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. I will continue to work on it, not too much more, just to play around with the colors a little bit more. I think I might bring in a little bit more mustard because on my previous tag, I really love the lightness of it. And I'll bring in some more mustard. The beauty about the Pentart Media Inks is that you can go over this and it will pick up that color. But there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit dark for me right now. So again, I will be, thank you Gloria, thank you Dali. I will be lightening this up. I'm just dying to bring in some of this mustard again. I just can't help myself. I just love this mustard color. So anyway, I'm going to keep playing with it, but you can already see that the yellow is already making it pop. That's just what I like to do now. See, Dali's taught me just go for it. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I loving the process, and see, I already like it that I brought in some of that yellow. Just couldn't help myself. So I will just go and I will dry that. But see that difference that it's already made by bringing in some of that yellow. So you can keep going and keep lightening, keep darkening, keep doing what you want. There's no right or wrong way. And like I said, see how this little bit right here, when I put the yellow, the mustard alcohol ink down, it actually took a hold of the mustard color, and that's because it was dry and it won't make it muddy. So even if I come here, you'll see my 9 is a lot yellower. So you can just go back in. My 2 has now become a lot yellower or mustardy. So don't be afraid if it goes a little bit dark like mine did, although it was all intentional. You can come back in and you can continue lightening it. And you can still come in and keep spraying Gloria because you have done everything you can to protect it. And like I said, the Pentart Media Inks work really well and lend themselves well to this technique, as you can see. Try and get this texture on your own. Probably wouldn't, I mean, I can't do it. If anybody knows how to get that texture on your own, that's kind of like a fibrous texture, then let me know. But I know I can achieve it with the Pentart Media Alcohol Inks. Okay, so my first one without Dali, it was tough, but I really, really enjoyed it. I missed her like crazy. I'm loving that I'm just letting go and just kind of going with the flow and not overthinking it. I hope I can keep that up. And don't forget the card kits, because once they're gone, they're gone. So Shabby Garden Kit 1 and Shabby Garden Kit 2. Thank you, Di. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the encouragement. But that's it. I will take photos of this and I will put them out, so we kind of have our little process here of what we did today. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. And here was how we started today. So there you have it, all there. Okay, guys, thanks everybody. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for joining me. Bye.